With meditations, I have a lot of confidence and strength within me, Guruji. But if some small trouble comes, I'm able to take the decisions, proper decisions. But the mind is distracting and focusing more on the problem. Guruji.
The mind is focusing more on the problem. If you understand, mind originally is created to be distracted. Mind originally is designed to be distracted and to move from one thought to another thought. Because how do you have mind in the first case? You have 5 sensory ports in your body called the 5 sensory organs, and you collect data from all that you can see, touch, sense of smell and hear, and all these data experiences are stored in your system, and they are the fundamental references to any process called thoughts in you. It is said, and it is the truth, that no judgment can ever be made without a reference. If you see in courts also, they give you references. So and so case happened, in that so and so kind of judgment was delivered, and so here this case is also similar to that case, so we want this judgment from you. And the judge passes the similar judgment because basing on the references he judges. In the same fashion, life also is an accumulation. Now, in your life, you have accumulated a lot according to or pertaining to your surroundings and surrounding situations in life. Now, if you see, if you observe, everybody is really focused. Everybody is really focused on their problems, because the main inspiration to think is coming from outside situations and problems. If you see, a lot of people, when they don't have anything to do, they just say, I'm getting bored. Why do you think they are getting bored? Because no external stimulation to their thought pattern. If they are watching a movie, they are engrossed in that movie. And so they don't get bored, they entertain, because they forget themselves and they get engrossed in that watching a movie experience. And so if they are involved in a process or a life situation, also there will be a lot of mind's busyness. So mind is originally designed to focus on external stimulants, and the external stimulant to make you think in your life is either a happiness or problems. So you keep thinking about your happiness or problems, but again the mind is again getting more stimulus from problems than comfort. For example, if your body is healthy and if you are feeling absolutely good, then immediately you are not celebrating the process that you are feeling healthy and you are feeling comfortable. You are instantly, with this comfort, what can I do? If you have money, with this money, what can I do? If you don't have money, your entire problem is how to get money. How to get money makes the most important process or mind space. And your entire mind is filled with how to get money. Once you get money, what to do with the money? You never have one movement of enjoying your own success, your own self, your own capability. So when you are meditating, you feel very blissful, peaceful and happy and tranquil, and you feel top of the world. But when you encounter a problem, your mind triggers, because meditation is trying to make your mind in an equilibrium. In Sanatana Dharma, it is called as samasthiti or equanimity. So meditation is trying to get you to equanimity. Why? Because only when you have equanimity of the mind, when you have equilibrium or bliss, when you are blissful, you want to do something. Narayana, from his navel came the Brahma. Narayana is a state of absolute mean of the Shakti. That is the reason why Narayana is considered as the Shakti's brother. Am I clear with you? Though the Jagannatha is not born to any parents, Jagannatha herself is the continuous constant companion of Shiva. And this Jagannatha is from like a woman and like Prakriti. There is absolute downfall and there is absolute growth, and in between also there is progression. Nature, if you see, there is death. Nature, if you see, there is life, and there is jubilance of life. And this jubilance of life is not a straight upward curve, it is having a wavy structure to it. In the same fashion, this jubilance of life, when it is in absolute state of equanimity, then it is called as Narayana. And in Narayana, when you are in absolute Narayana sthiti, you create Brahma out of you. Naturally, the creator, the creative potential awakens within you. So, meditation is trying to take you to the absolute normal and try to make you be the creator of your own life. Problems try to be the instigator of your life, because if they are instigated properly, then the mind functions in the specific direction. So what we actually need, the design of life is a state of equanimity with continuous onset of problems, so that we direct the Brahma, the creative capabilities within me. See, necessity is the mother of invention. If you do not create necessity, you cannot create invention. But necessity is problem identified with a proactiveness. And what is trouble? Problem identified with reactiveness. So, if you see, problems are ever existent, they can never be removed. Problem identified with proactiveness will give rise to creativity, invention, innovation, discovery. Problem identified with reactiveness gives rise to trouble. We human beings, because our data, our emotions, our experiences are collected from the outside world, are programmed to look at the outside impetus, influences with a reactive mind, because we are reactive human beings. If you see, if you go near fire, if you go near water, if you go near anything, you react, your body reacts. Intrinsic quality of human existence is to react, which has to be evaluated into a quality of response. And how the difference between reaction and response? Your view, the way you look at it, with either with reactiveness or with proactiveness. So, if you are meditating, you become blissful, and when you get problems, sometimes you get distracted, and then you should not find that as an impediment. You should find that as a practice ground of trying to be in an equanimous state of mind and steering your life or innovating or being the creator in your life by receiving the cue of impetus from your problems. You should not feel, oh, problems are creating trouble or disturbance within me, and you should not feel bad. The very moment you feel bad about the disturbance caused by the problems in your life, that is absolutely destroying the balance or the equanimous nature of your mind. Then obviously you cannot be the creator, you become victim of the problem. If you want to be the master of your life, and if you realize the intrinsic truth in your life that I am born to succeed because I am designed to succeed, then the truth is, every problem that comes across and when it troubles you, you look at it with a proactive mind. How you look at it with a proactive mind? By giving more importance to the equanimous mind. In your question, if you see, you said, when I meditate, I feel very blissful. But when problems come, I become troubled. And when trouble comes, I give no focus, no attention to the bliss in the meditation and after the meditation. Because you quickly, see, it's like I You have your mother. I love you, mother. But when the mother is not there, immediately I am thinking about all the devil stuff in the world. Then I am not in true love. What is in true love? In the presence of your mother, in the absence of your mother, in whatever, in whichever condition, when you are in a state of love, don't you think that is pristine and pure love? That kind of love, when you develop for your own inner equanimity, you will be the creator of your life, only to manifest the eternal reality, truth of your life. I am born to succeed because I am designed to succeed. So it's a practice. Don't be perturbed by it. Be motivated by it. An athlete, a good athlete, during the practice, when he fails, he knows how not to, but he never gets demotivated. In the same fashion, you are the athlete in your life. You are running the marathon in your life for the already predestined, predetermined success that you already are. You should not be demotivated. Instead, you must understand these are the impetus in my life. Jai Guru Datta. Jai Guru Datta. Jai Jai Guru Datta.